Good morning. Welcome to Morning Call. I'm Lata Venkatesh, and with me are Sonia Shenoy and Anuj Singhal. Well, the markets, Indian markets at least, had a bit of a breather yesterday despite negative global cues. We at least were able to manage remaining in the green as well, remaining above that 8,000 mark. Not a small feat considering that technically we had been weak for the past 2 weeks. The IIP data, of course, was one big strength for the markets yesterday, but towards close of trade, even the indices, the capital goods index, which should have held out because of the IIP numbers, started receding somewhat. So the strength was coming from various motley group of things, not necessarily reflecting Indian growth story. But today the global cues have only compounded. The Greek talks and the brinkmanship between Greece and the creditors is now impacting all markets, and we are on the eve of an important FOMC meet as well. So it's difficult to believe that today we will be able to escape the global cues.
Yes, Lata. Hi, morning. Anuj, hi, morning. The mood is quite downbeat, whether it's local or global. In fact, we saw selling pressure in our own markets yesterday as well. FII sold about 600 crores in the cash market. There was selling in the futures and options market. But as you rightly pointed out, all eyes will be not on the FOMC as much, but more on what's happening with Greece, because now time is running out, and it seems like, it's just things are just going from bad to worse.
Yes, this is brinkmanship at its worst, or at its best, if you please. And it's difficult to see at the moment who is going to climb down. The Syriza party has come with a very clear mandate that any tinkering with pension reforms or with labour laws or with VAT is not going to be tolerated. So there is a political limit to which that party can go, and there is a political limit to which the creditors can go. Obviously the answer will lie in both sides climbing down, and the kind of the orderly fall. I mean, we have not seen a disorderly fall in any of the markets. Technically, if Greece is moving out, it's not quite a layman movement, but it will be a very disorderly and disruptive setup in European markets and therefore in global markets. For the moment, it's actually a kind of an orderly fall that we are seeing. Just warning and taking guard, as it were. But if politicians on both sides are not able to come to a conclusion in a couple of days, we could see something disruptive, and then of course no one is spared. So my sense is today we are going to definitely see signs of that. That 600 crore FI selling, I think by now is almost par for the course. It is being matched by a slightly higher DII inflow practically every day. Domestic money, as every fund manager tells you now, is a steady flow, simply because there's no money going into gold, and if anything, people are taking off money. Incremental savings are finding their way into either bank deposits or into equity markets. They are not going into land and gold. So I'm not terribly worried about the net sell figure. That's getting matched very well. That's not going to be the cause of the big fall. But if global factors turn out to be as bad as the past 2 days are indicating and only get worse, then I guess it's not going to be an FII 600 crore sell, but it will be a tidal wave, and there will be domestic selling as well. Nobody will want to take chances in a situation like that. So today really we have to watch out Greece, and of course worry about the FOMC as well.
Okay, Anuj, hi, morning. The internals have not been looking great either. I mean, yesterday every minor rally got sold into, not just in the front liners but in the mid caps as well. Do you think that could be the trend today too?
Thank you, Sonia. Morning. Yesterday at one point the Sensex was up nearly 300 points, and then it sort of saw some bit of profit taking. So the environment is tricky, global environment, because of Greece, and the Indian market is firmly in sell on rally mode. The Indian market is in a near-term bear market or a near-term cyclical bear market within a structural bull market. That's something that we've been talking about for long. This FI sell number 600 crores being matched by DII buying. The issue here is that in the near term, FIs are more of a market maker. DIs absorb the FI supply at lower levels. These are matched orders, so that's why you see the dollar to dollar being matched from FI to DII.
That's an orderly fall, if that.
That's why it's orderly fall, and that's why, in scenarios like this, the markets fall. They don't rise, even if the DII buying is more than the FI selling, because, the DIs would put in the order, say, for example, at the CMP minus 1%, and the FI would be willing to give that supply. So that's why you see, this kind of trend where even though the DIs match FI buying, FI selling, the market still keeps going down. as of now, the DIs are absorbing the supply, and my sense is that you'll continue to see more of this being absorbed. Even if you take a look at the delivery-based data, there was no major delivery-based selling yesterday. Even the FI data, if you see the gross buy and gross sell number, the net sell number is because the gross buy number has come down so drastically. There's practically lack of incremental buying, just 3,000 crores of gross buying, whereas it used to be good 8 to 10,000 crores at one point. Now, I'm looking at the options data, and my sense is that 7,700 is the next base for this market. So, going by the options data, yesterday there was quite a bit of FI selling in index options, most of it in put options, and 7,700 put premium declined quite a bit. So, the thesis is still the same. As I said yesterday, 7880 is the important support mark for the Nifty technically. If that's breached, then 7,700 is seen as the floor, at least for this series, because you only have about 8 days to go for this series. But it's more about the series. Where does this correction stop now, and where does this consolidation stop? Does it stop at 7,800, 7,700, 7,500, or do the markets now complete even a 20% correction and go to 7,200? That is something that will come to know over the course of next 3 to 4 months. But one thing is certain, we may well have made the high for the year. That 9,000 is something that you are unlikely to see this year unless something dynamic happens locally, which is something which we are not privy to right now. One more thing is that if you take a look at the Nifty internals, 25 of Nifty stocks are down 20% from the peak. Now, if you go by purely technical definition of a bear market, it's when the stocks correct 20%, right? Though in India, of course, you need to change the definition a bit because of the rally that we had preceding that. So let's look at the 30% mark. 10 Nifty stocks have corrected more than 30%. My sense is that some of those stocks are giving you good buying opportunity, but at the same time, they're telling you that the near-term texture of this market clearly has broken down. One more point is that the Nifty Junior is only down 6 or 7% from the previous highs. It's been a rank outperformer. If the Nifty has to go to say 7,700, 7,500, then I think the Junior and mid caps are vulnerable to a big fall. So that's something to watch out for. If something happens in Greece and it changes the global sentiment, then I think maybe things change. But as of now, there's no denying that Indian market is in a near-term bear market within a long-term or a structural bull market.
Yes, I guess, and perhaps anything structural can change in the global markets only after the FOMC rate hike happens. Until then, the sword keeps hanging. I keep thinking about the way in which the markets reacted after the S&P downgrade of the United States bonds. The day after the US bonds, you saw the biggest rally in the US bond market. The fear was over. Likewise, that one rate hike will probably take the fear out, and then we might see something different. But yes, I think separately, India's outperformance also has quite definitely ended. I mean, you can read notes written by practically everyone who has gone on road shows, and investor summits are now routine. And everyone tells you that India is no longer the favored market. Now people are seriously cautious and are waiting for earnings. So while they will not leg it out, incremental money is not coming. I think legging it out is not happening. Clearly there's not a huge sellout. Nobody is calling a sell yet. If that were to happen, then we have a problem. But at the moment, the economy is not giving them that much of fear. So that's where we stand, very precariously poised on our own end with respect to our economic performance, and globally whether equities will be a favored class at all for the immediate future.